have the governments in Ottawa and Quebec City recommended that residents boycott the United States?
Not directly, as a recommendation not to go to the U.S. As I mentioned, I think it was something very, very visceral for Quebecers. You've seen this at the beginning of the administration's tariffs, where people even in grocery stores flipped American products upside down or turned them to sort of identify what was Canadian or not American. You've seen this through our Société des Alcools du Québec, the ACQ. So we do not, as other provinces in Canada now, buy alcohol from the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
So these are very specific, targeted, dollars not spent on American products. Or on trips here in the U.S. So
that would change though if relations improve, if tariffs are dropped. The hope is that things like that would return.
Hopefully, I guess.
To what they were.
As I mentioned earlier, I think our hope is not to. I don't think anyone thinks we'll go back to 100% of what the relationship was before. It's changed drastically, and I think in a very profound manner, but obviously, I think everyone in Quebec would enjoy a glass of, Pinot from California or fine bourbon from Kentucky, and travel, to Plattsburgh for a weekend. But now people aren't there yet.
State lawmakers here in New York are working with you and other Canadian leaders. Is that task force on New York and Canada relations making any headway?
I'll learn more tonight. As you mentioned, we're meeting with the Chamber of Commerce here. Some of the members of the Chamber are part of different committees working on the Canada-U.S. relationship. Listen, I think our goal, as I mentioned, was to meet with as many people who have a vested interest in maintaining that great relationship that we have between Canada and the U.S. And go with them and through them, to the administration in D.C. to just voice their concerns. And our concerns as well. So far, I think we've had, it's only been, 10 months now, which seems, because of the impact and the changes, like a very long time. But I think we're making headways. Again, Prime Minister Carney alluded to this, and our teams across the U.S. Have been extremely involved on the ground with our companies, with associations, with committees working on that relationship. And I have to say, the message is almost always the same. We want to continue to do business together, to work together, to visit one another. So hopefully this message is going to get across.
David Brulotte, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me.